And number three, you have to persist, and that's some of the most important. And then we come to the work ethic.
Hello again and welcome to another episode of The Law of Business. I'm Jamil Jama and I interview entrepreneurs that can help you to start and grow your business. And our awesome guest today is best-selling author Gunnar Andri from Iceland. And in this interview, we're going to be talking about the value of work ethic, having goals and sticking to them, the reasons behind failed goals, removing obstacles, and happy customers. We'll also be talking about the importance of not quitting. Gunnar Andri is the author of the book Message from the Middle of Nowhere, an Icelandic Viking philosophy for conquering the challenges of business and life. This book is straight from Iceland. This book mixes new wisdom with the ancient Viking philosophy. It's a true inspiring story of success and failure, of fighting fire and ice, of the art of sales and successful living. It's very unique from other personal development books. And it's a real pleasure to welcome Gunnar Andri. Gunnar Andri, thank you so much for being here. How's it going?
It's going fine. Thank you very much.
Awesome. So Gunnar, how is everything in Iceland right now? What's the weather like? Is it hot? Is it mild?
The weather is actually raining. We have sunshine yesterday, and that was the first day in this summer that we had a great weather, to be honest. And so this summer have not been so really good. When we talk about weather, but we are so used to it, and it's you never know. It can be in sunshine, raining, and every kind of weather in just 1 hour. So we are used to that.
Yeah, but Iceland is doing good in the World Cup, aren't they? I haven't been watching the World Cup. You just told me they were doing the World Cup.
Yeah, it's for the first time we are in the World Cup, and that's
congratulations.
That's great. Yeah, thank you very much. We are really proud. We are only 330,000 people here in Iceland, and we are really proud of our team. And we just there was now the first game in the World Cup, and it was against Argentina, and the game ended 1-1 against Argentina. So that's a victory for us, like how we see it.
That's real awesome. Congratulations. And Gunnar Andri is not just a best-selling author; he's also an entrepreneur and a professional speaker. He has over 20 years experience, and Gunnar Andri has been a key player in the business of sales in Iceland. He specializes in personal development for both individuals and organizations, managing sales and initiatives and offering training, seminars and lectures for thousands of willing students. So Andri, you're an entrepreneur, and this is the law of business for entrepreneurs. So all entrepreneurs need good work. Basically, the law of business is laws that you follow to make your business successful. That's why I started this podcast. But none of these laws will work if the person doesn't have good work ethic. Your success has been, you've been successful for 20 years, but I don't think you would have been successful for 20 years if you didn't have good work ethic. So you have good work ethic, obviously. Where did your good work ethic come from? Where did you get this from?
This is that comes from I started working very early, and that's so typical for Icelander that we start working really early age. I started selling a newspaper only 6 years old, and I talk about that in my book in the first chapter, when the eruption starts, location is everything. But I started working very 11 years old, hardworking. And that we are grown up like this, and this is so normal for us. So it's part of the culture.
Awesome. And there's a quote: "You don't get what you wish for; you get what you work for."
Yeah, so, and that's also true.
Yeah. So the laws of business, there's rules to follow, but if you don't have good work ethic, none of these universal laws work.
Yeah,
And sorry.
Yeah, work ethic is really important, but I think it's not so complicated. It's we can say this is we have 4 or 5 steps. Is like I see it is number one, you have to have the right attitude, and that's really important. But not just be positive, because you can also be a positive, motivated idiot, like I say. But you have to have a good, healthy attitude. Number two, you have to have the knowledge. You have to gain the knowledge. You have to find the knowledge, and there's always, like I say, if you want to earn more, you have to learn more. And number three, you have to persist, and that's some of the most important. And then we come to the work ethic. And also number four, you cannot give up. It's attitude, it's knowledge, it's persistence, and not giving up. Yes, we can say that's 4 or 5 steps like that.
You also need like a path to follow, so you need to set goals, right?
You have to set goals, and you have to have burning desire. You have to be like like I say in the book, you have to be like some volcano, that when the volcano starts to erupt, nothing can stop you. And that's you have to have that mental attitude that no one is going to stop you, is no matter what.
But with so many distractions these days, how does someone have goals and stick to them?
First of all, you have to start selling yourself this goal, this dream. You have to change your goal, change your dream into a goal, and write it down at this basic that I think most people know. But you have to sell yourself the idea that you can do it no matter what, and you have to be willing to sacrifice, and you don't give up, because if you start to give up, then you start to make some new habits, and that's not good, because this is just a habit. Some people are always giving up, and some people never give up, and this is a question about what kind of habit do you have. So it's really much about having some habit. It's okay to rest, but never give up.
Yeah, definitely. There's another quote: if you're tired of starting over, stop giving up.
Yeah.
And so Gunnar, what are the reasons behind failed goals?
There are so many reasons. It's really easy to listen to some people around you that they are not even motivating you, and you have to sometimes you have to be separate yourself from other people that may be taking you down, and you have to stick to it, and you really have to fight for it. It's I talk a lot about this in the book, and you have to be willing to stand up after you fail, and just be ready to fail, because if you have not failed, you will fail. That's for sure. It's not a question about that. It's a question about if you're going to stand up again, and then you have maybe a bigger opportunity, because you learn so much from it. Success is a poor teacher, like I say.
And failing is part of the process as well.
That's part of the process. It's just quite normal. I mean, we have every 4 years here in Iceland, we have some eruptions. That's just normal for us. And that's the same in the business. You get some success, you fail, and you start over again. It's it's like a fashion. It's like everything. It's everything in life. It goes ups and down.
It's failing forward. It's called failing forward. Yeah. So, but since there's so many obstacles is failure is inevitable, but because failing is part of the process, because there's so many obstacles. Obstacles are put in your way to see if what you want is really worth fighting for. So obstacles, failing forward is part of the process. Obstacles will always be there. How does somebody remove obstacles?
Of course, you have to, number one, you have to think in solutions, because everything you focus on will grow. So you have to focus on solutions, not the problem, because you don't want more problems. So similar, like when you're thinking about buying some kind of car or whatever, you see the same car everywhere. So the focus is the main thing, and that's the first step, the attitude. And that's you have to have the focus, and always you have to, number one, you have to motivate yourself. Nobody's coming to rescue. It's up to you.
Definitely. So if it's in it, it's up to me.
Yeah, it's this old saying, if it's going to be, it's up to me. That's so true. That has not changed.
If it's going to be, it's up to me. Yeah, sorry.
And it's really important. It's how do you see yourself? It's, like I said, and I say it again, you have to convince yourself that nothing is going to stop you. And you have to make this as a mantra or something. That nothing is going to stop you, no matter what.
It's like the example you gave earlier about the volcano erupting, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Nothing is going to stop you. Nothing is going to stop eruptions. You cannot stop it, and nothing is going to stop you. And
one thing that can... Sorry?
Excuse me. Like I say, you're always fighting with the fire and ice. All this, you have this burning, you have inside your burning desire to make some success and do some whatever it is. And also you have all this doubt, and I call that the ice. So you're fighting with the fire and the ice. The ice is cooling down the heat, but under the ice, like we have here in the glacier here in Iceland, under the glacier we have the big volcanoes, and there's always the fighting between the fire and ice. I see it in that way because, of course, I'm from Iceland.
One thing that can stop someone though is unhappy customers.
Excuse me.
Would you agree with that?
Unhappy customer.
Yeah, an unhappy customer, and I want to say angry, a unhappy customer. That could probably stop someone. So there's a quote: "Happy customers will do anything to continue the relationship." And we'll talk about basically customers are like a marketing tool. They're either a good marketing tool, or
that's
negative.
Yeah.
Like a happy customer is the best marketing tool, basically.
For sure. For example, I'm really proud to say that, I put the book on Amazon, and the book is going to come now. It's going to be on every bookstore in Iceland, also on the airport. And what I'm most happy about now, that, I have been having so many orders from Amazon, from the same people that just bought one book in the beginning. And now so many people have been buying 3 books, 5 books, 7 books, 10 books, 50 books to give some other people the book to read. So I'm really proud of that. That was a really big surprise for me that this is actually happening.
It's a good book. So you have a lot of good customers. You have a lot of happy customers because your book is good.
Yeah, I think so. And I went all in when I was writing this book. This was not easy for me. My plan was to finish the book in 4 or 6 months, but it took almost 4 years.
Wow!
For many reasons, I had the old excuse not to write the book. I have this what is called dyslexia, and I have a problem writing and also correct Iceland text, and it's not on my mother tongue. So first I write it in Icelandic, and then and I have even problem with that in the beginning. I had to hire a woman for 7 months to just to correct what I was writing, the spelling and that kind of thing, and it took me 4 years. It was really easy to give up on this project, but that's not the option, because when you start to give up, then that can be a habit, and then that's a bad habit. If you have that habit, you have to change it right away.
So not don't quit. Don't quit. Just don't quit, as you say in your book.
Yeah, I'm always saying that in the book, and that's the main message in the book. So I don't only want to educate people about Iceland and the Icelandic culture and how we think, and also I want to, inspire people to not quit, not give up.
There's a quote: "A quitter never wins, a winner never quits."
That's so true.
But so, going back to the marketing, you have a lot of happy customers, And you say in your book, a happy customer is the best marketing tool. And you've obviously experienced that now. Is this the first time you've experienced it, or have you experienced that plenty of times before?
No, absolutely not, because I'm here in really small market. I'm a speaker here in Iceland for over 20 years. We are only 340,000 people, and we can say pretty much that everybody knows everybody here. And if I fail in one seminar here in Iceland, the word will spread out like crazy. I don't know how to explain it, because people know and people talk. This is like I say, only 340,000 people. That's the only reason that I have been doing this for 20 years, because I have a happy customer, and I have a top regular customer that have been taking seminars from me, now for 20 years. So that's the only reason I'm still in this business here in Iceland. I can promise you.
It's a real awesome. It's an awesome book, Gunnar. Thank you so much for writing it, and thank you for giving me a copy, a signed copy. I enjoyed it. So Gunnar, if anybody wanted to contact you, chat with you, message you, or purchase your book, read your book, where can they do all those things?
It's the easiest way to go to my website. It's my name, gunnarandri.ice, and to find me. And also I'm on all the social media, Instagram, Gunnar Andri Thorisson, and also on LinkedIn. It's really easy to find me. And if you know somebody in Iceland, you just can call him, and they will figure it out, because we are few. So
they'll take them to they'll point at your house.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome.
This is we are very few here, and everybody knows everybody. We can say that mostly.
So Gunnar, congratulations so much with your book. It's a real awesome book, and thank you so much for taking your time out to do this interview. I really appreciate this. My pleasure.
So, if I want to say something in the end, I'm just gonna say that to those people that are listening, if you're curious about Iceland, if you want to read a life story, is not only success and failure, because you learn so much from the failure. And if you want to get some message from Iceland, this book is definitely for you. That's for sure.
Definitely. And I want to thank all the listeners for tuning in. If you know anybody that this interview will benefit, please share it with them. Please also let me know what you think in the comment section, and subscribe. And I'm Jamil Jama. This is The Law of Business, and that was Gunnar Andri Thorisson's interview. Thank you all very much for listening.
Thank you very much.